A high-stakes face-off as Lancaster Mennonite takes on Penn Manor. The pressure is on. Who will secure their spot in the championship? The quest for glory begins now on WGAL8 Brainbusters.
From Studio B, this is WGAL8 Brainbusters. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hi everyone, and welcome to the second and final semi-final game of the WGAL8 Brainbusters tournament. The tension is palpable as one of these two teams will secure their place in the 2025 Brainbusters Championship round. So far, Manheim Township High School, they're waiting in the wings, eager to face today's victor in what promises to be an epic one-hour battle. Which team will advance to the finale and secure at least $3,000 for their team? Will it be Lancaster Mennonite or Penn Manor? The moment of truth is near. But first, let's take a moment to meet these fantastic teams. So first, it's a pleasure to welcome back from Lancaster Mennonite, Owen. He is a senior. The captain is Sim, and the final, and he is a senior. And Tony is a junior. In between Owen and Sim, we have Joshua. He is a junior and one of the alternates. And I give a shout out to Theo and Dominic, who are unable to be with us today. And standing between Sim and Tony is Mr. Matt Spurrier. He is an algebra and geometry teacher and the coach from the Lancaster Mennonite High School team. Welcome back. And now let's say hello once again to the Penn Manor High School team. First, welcome back Seth. He is a junior. Brady in the center, he is the captain, and as a senior, and Natalie is a sophomore. And between Seth and Brady, we have Eliza. She is a sophomore, and the team's alternate between Brady and Natalie, we have one of two coaches. First, Mr. Chris Meyer. He teaches social studies, including AP Art History, AP World History, AP Economics, and Economics. He's a very busy man. And next to Natalie, it is my pleasure to introduce Angelica Kerner, le professeur de français. J'ai plaisir de présenter le professeur de français, Angelica Kerner. Welcome back, the Penn Manor High School team representing here on Brainbusters. Well, teams, you know how to play. You know how to win. One team will return for the championship round. Who will it be? Well, let's start finding out now as we head into today's opening round. Of course, we have 10-point questions. This popular video game franchise, known for its open-world gameplay and epic storytelling, has titles such as Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Brady. Zelda is the correct answer for 10 points. New York City is the Big Apple. Which U.S. city calls itself the City by the Bay?
San Francisco?
San Francisco does for 10 points. Its original title was 4.5-year battle against lies, stupidity, and cowardice, but the publisher persuaded the author to shorten it. What did Adolf Hitler use in 1925? Seth, again.
Mein Kampf.
Mein Kampf is correct for another 10 points. The Quakers are a member of the Religious Society of Friends. What university team is known as the Quakers? Seth?
Pittsburgh.
No, sorry. Sim? Penn, the University of Pennsylvania is, yes. Crimes against peace, crimes against humanity, and war crimes were the charges against Goering, Hess, and other Nazi leaders. What city served? Sim?
Nuremberg.
Nuremberg served as the venue for these trials for another 10 points. Two households, both alike in dignity and fair Verona.
Romeo and Juliet.
That is the prologue of that play, yes. The symbol is derived from the letter R with the bar extended over the entire quantity. Sim?
Rate.
No, sorry. What is the sign that indicates the root of a number, Penn Manor? Seth?
It's square root?
No, it's called the radical is the symbol, yes. In Morse code, it's represented by a single dot. Perhaps that's because it's the most frequently
E?
E, it's the most frequently used vowel in the English language. The letter is E. At the beginning of a chess game, you'll have a king, a queen, 2 bishops, 2 knights, and 2 rooks. How many pawns will you have, Seth?
8.
You will have 8, yes. In the cell, RNA helps construct proteins and amino acids. What does RNA stand for? Sim?
Ribonucleic acid.
You are correct for 10 points. You can score 1 in basketball. You can score 1 in football. In basketball, Sim?
A field goal?
A field goal, it counts 2 or 3 points. In football, it counts 3. Good for you. To a mathematician, it's an arrangement of things in a definite order. What is this 11-letter word, Seth?
Sequence?
No, that is incorrect. Sorry. Lancaster Mennonite. We stumped you on permutation. It's the largest hot desert in the world, spanning much of North Africa. Sim.
Sahara?
Sahara is the name of the desert, yes. Leonard and Sheldon can discuss quantum physics but struggle socially. Owen.
Big Bang Theory?
The Big Bang Theory is the correct answer. This empire, founded in the 13th century by Genghis Khan, became the largest... Brady.
Mongol?
The Mongol Empire stretched across Asia and Europe. The Delmarva Peninsula forms the eastern border of what inlet of the... Brady?
Cape Penelope.
What inlet of the Atlantic Ocean, which is fed by the Susquehanna and Potomac rivers? Owen.
Chesapeake Bay?
The Chesapeake Bay is the correct answer. This astronomical theory, proposed by Copernicus and supported by Galileo...
Heliocentrism?
No, sorry, that's it. Oh, say that again, I'm sorry.
Heliocentrism.
You are correct. I'm sorry I misheard it. Yes, the planets revolve around the sun, challenging the geocentric model. His 1849 essay inspired the nonviolent resistance of both Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr., who wrote on the duty of... Tony.
Thoreau?
Thoreau wrote on the duty of civil disobedience. You are correct. It's produced when sulfur dioxide and various nitrogen oxides combine with atmospheric moisture. What is this dangerous and corrosive pollution? Seth.
Just acid?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, acid or acid rain, yes. This Greek philosopher, a student of Plato, made significant contributions.
Aristotle.
Aristotle made significant contributions to logic, metaphysics, and ethics. You are correct. It was the motto of the Three Musketeers. And Natalie.
All for one and one for all.
And in Alexander Dumas' novel, All for One and One for All. Natalie, you are correct. It's the official animal of Tibet, raised for its meat and their rich pink milk. What do we call, Seth?
Oh, shoot. Panda?
No, not a panda. What do we call this wild, shaggy-haired ox? Sim.
Yak?
Yak is the correct answer. On August 24th, 1814, British troops captured and burned this city. What was this, Natalie?
Washington, D.C.
That was the casualty of the War of 1812. You are correct. Nately, Orr, and Yossarian are pilots stationed on the...
Catch-22?
Catch-22 on the Mediterranean island of Pianosa in the last months of World War II. Earthquakes are measured on the Richter scale. What is the highest possible value on the Richter scale, Brady?
10.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. Lancaster Manor, Owen.
5.
No, there is none. It's open-ended scale, believe it or not. The St. Lawrence River runs from the Gulf of St. Lawrence. So that takes us to the end of the round and to the end of our first round. We're going to catch our breaths and return with more of WGA-LA Brainbusters, including the all-important one-on-one rapid fire where we pit our individual players against each other, and then picking up the speed with the 60-second Team Lightning round. So don't go away, because WGA-LA Brainbusters continues after this message.
WGAL8 Brainbusters will return after this. The final 4 teams in the WGAL8 Brainbusters tournament will win cash grants. The 3rd and 4th place teams will receive $1,000 each. The 2nd place team will receive $3,000. And the WGAL8 Brainbusters champions will receive $5,000 in grant money. Now, back to your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second and last of our semifinal matches. This match is between Lancaster Mennonite and Penn Manor. We've wrapped up our opening round. Great game going, 100 to 120. But now it's time for today's one-on-one rapid-fire round where we pit our individual players against each other, and also gives us a chance to talk to them and learn a little bit what's going on in their wonderful, exciting lives. Owen, great to have you back. So here's our question for this round. If money were no object, where's someplace on this wonderful planet that you would like to go visit?
I'd like to go to Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia.
Why Mongolia?
I mean, it's a beautiful place, and Ulaanbaatar is like the only city there.
Well, I'm sure it's an exciting and a thrilling place to explore. Thanks for sharing. Seth, what about you? Where might you like to go visit one day?
Well, a bit of an avant-garde pick here, but I'd like to go to the International Space Station. I feel like it'd be interesting to see life in low gravity.
It's a unique perspective. I wouldn't want to be stuck there, but it sounds like a great place to visit or see what Earth is like from up there. Seth and Owen, let's put you two one-on-one. In Homer's Odyssey, it's the home of Odysseus. In New York, it's the home of Cornell University. Owen.
Ithaca.
Ithaca is correct for 10 points. COVID-19 devastated the world economy in the 21st century. This historic event, beginning in 1347, devastated Europe. Seth.
The bubonic plague.
The bubonic plague, and led to the death of approximately 1/3 of its population. The name of the pandemic is, of course, the bubonic plague. And finally, this NFL coach won 6 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots.
Belichick.
Bill Belichick. Good anticipation. It worked in your favor, certainly. 110 to 140. We're not going to meet today's captains once again. So a pleasure to welcome back Sim from Lancaster Mennonite. Sim, I'm sure you have a lot of exciting ideas on your mind, but what's one place that stands out that you might like to visit in our world?
Yes, I'd love to go to Iceland someday. I just think it's a completely beautiful country with the contrast between the fjords and the volcanoes. So that's somewhere I've always wanted to visit.
It has to be truly fascinating, of course, to see the Northern Lights one day, no doubt about it. Thanks for sharing, Sim. Brady, what about you? Where might you like to visit one day if money were no object?
I mean, there's a lot of places I would like to visit. I guess one place in particular would be like Italy. I've always kind of wanted to go there. It just seems like there's a lot of art and architecture, just very cool.
And the memories you'd make there would last a lifetime, no doubt about it. Brady and Sim, our two captains, let's put you two one-on-one. Sleepy, Sneezy, Bashful, Happy, Grumpy, Doc, and Dopey are the 7 dwarfs. Barnard, Bryn Mawr, Mount Holyoke, Radcliffe, Smith, Vassar, and Wellesley are the 7 Sim.
Sister schools?
They are, but I haven't completed the question. I am sorry. I'm going to complete the question for Brady. What are pride, lust, envy, anger, covetousness, gluttony, and sloth? Brady.
The 7 deadly sins.
They are the 7 deadly sins. Sim, I'm sorry, anticipation did not work in your favor that time. And here's your next question. If you spend a night at the opera, it might help to know operatic terms. In Italian, she's the first lady, the leading lady of the company. Sam?
Prima donna?
You are correct. Good for you for 10 points. And finally, most people are aware that eating plenty of fruits and vegetables is important for overall health, but not having enough or any fresh produce raises the risk of developing a serious health condition. What condition indicates a severe vitamin C deficiency? Sim?
Scurvy?
Scurvy does. You are correct. Good for you. Look at those scores, 130 to 150. Let's meet our final players in today's match. So first, from Lancaster Mennonite, a pleasure to welcome back Tony. Tony, we're eager to hear. Where might you like to visit in this world if money were no object?
So I don't have a big interest in traveling anywhere, but one unique place I'd like to visit is Antarctica.
Antarctica. Boy, that's on my bucket list as well. And getting off seeing the penguins and seeing the beauty there, no doubt about it. Thanks for sharing. Natalie, what about you? Where might you like to go visit?
Well, this was hard to narrow down because I really love traveling, but one place that I've wanted to go for most of my life is Venice, Italy. I'm really interested in the architecture and art that you can see there.
So much beauty and history to experience there, no doubt. Natalie and Tony, let's put you two one-on-one, the final players in today's semi-final matches. There are 3. The Elder Wand, the Cloak of Invisibility, and the Resurrection Stone. Natalie.
Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows are the objects in the last Harry Potter books and movie. Now, you may think your teachers are abusing your constitutional rights. Which amendment in the Bill of Rights would you cite if they search your locker without a warrant? Natalie?
The 5th.
Not the 5th, no, sorry. Tony?
10th.
No, it's the 4th Amendment that forbids unwarranted search and seizure. And finally, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in Washington, D.C. in 1865. Which president was assassinated in Buffalo, New York in 1901? Tony? Ooh, sorry, I may have to take that as incorrect. Natalie, do you have any idea? Natalie?
McKinley.
McKinley is the one. Good for you. Nice job. 130 to 170. We're now going to pick up the pace and play today's 60-second Team Lightning round. Sim, your team is behind at this point, but only by 40 points. You forged ahead in the past from staying behind. I know you can do it now with one of these 3 quizzes. We have the year 1984, just a pinch of potpourri, and a sporting event.
Pinch of potpourri? Yeah, pinch of potpourri. We'll do just a pinch of potpourri.
It's a little of this and a little of that, just a pinch of potpourri. So for 10 points each, identify this variety of people, places, and things. Now, Sim, I take your answer as the team's answer. Owen and Tony are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Good luck, and here we go. Miss Muffet sat on one while eating her
Tuffet.
Cajun Way. That is correct. Paul Bunyan found this ox during the winter of the blue snow.
Bluebow, Babe.
Babe is correct. Scurvy is caused by this lack of this vitamin. C is correct. It's a slogan. Its slogan is all the news that's fit to print.
Pass.
The New York Times. What explosive was invented in 1866 by Nobel?
Dynamite.
Dynamite was. What death rock group recorded an irresponsible hate anthem?
Pass.
Marilyn Manson. He was the lead performer at Super Bowl 2025 halftime show.
Kendrick Lamar.
He's the one, according to the children's rhyme. A child born in this day is full of woe.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, the book of the New Testament, comes after the four Gospels.
Acts.
Acts, yes. This title is often given to the second son of a British monarch.
Spare.
Duke of York. Who starred in Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, and Forrest Gump?
Pass.
Tom Hanks. What layer of cells lies between the ectoderm and endoderm?
Pass.
Mesoderm. St. Mary's Hospital in Rochester, Minnesota is now what famous clinic?
Mayo.
Mayo Clinic. This invention for TV was called the Zenith Space Command when it was introduced in 1956.
Remote.
Remote control, yes. The Irish stone is supposed to give the gift of gab to whoever kisses it, and that is the Blarney. 9 correct. 90 points came your way. Brady, it's up to you with a sporting event and the year 1984.
1984.
1984. It all happened a long, long time ago before you were born. For 10 points each, identify these people, places, and events that made history in 1984. Brady, I take your answers. The team's answer. Seth and Natalie are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. So good luck to all three of you, and here we go. In 1984, this novel by George Orwell was the best-selling book.
Wait, 1984?
That is correct. In 1984, this company introduced its newest computer, the Macintosh.
Oh, Apple?
Correct. He was president of the United States in
Reagan.
1984. Reagan was. This television series about the Huxtable family began in 1984.
Pass.
The Cosby Show. Walter Mondale's 1984 running mate was the first woman nominated by a major party.
Ferraro?
Ferraro, yes. Red Dawn became the first movie to receive this new parental guidance rating.
PG-13?
PG-13. In 1984, this hamburger chain sold its 50 billionth burger.
McDonald's?
Correct. The 1984 Summer Olympic Games were held in this California city.
Los Angeles?
Los Angeles is correct. This Material Girl had a 1984 hit with
Madonna?
Material Girl. Madonna did, yes. The Baltimore coach sneaked out of town and moved to this city in 1984.
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis is correct. The U.S. Embassy was bombed in this city, the capital of Lebanon.
Beirut.
Beirut, yes. The 1984 Winter Olympic Games were held in this Yugoslavian city.
Sarajevo?
Sarajevo, yes. He published his 42nd book, The Butter Battle Book.
Pass.
Dr. Seuss.
Sorry.
And wow, that was 11 correct, guys. So 110 points came your way. 220 to 270. A strong lead right now for Penn Manor, but everything can change because it's now time to introduce today's bonus Brainbuster category. During our break, our teams will wager 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of international politics. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and, of course, the all-important Final Frenzy when WGAL8 Brainbusters continues following this brief break.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Scan the QR code with your phone or go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the last of our semifinal matches. This game is between Lancaster Mennonite and Penn Manor. Now, Lancaster Mennonite has their work cut out for them, but don't discount their ability to forge ahead as we head into today's bonus Brainbuster. Now, during our break, our teams wagered 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of international politics. We're going to head into the News 8 newsroom with Jerry Gish. He has today's question. Jerry, welcome back.
Thanks, Rich. Now here's your bonus Brainbuster question. Rising from decades of imprisonment, this leader not only dismantled the institutionalized racial segregation known as apartheid, but also became the first democratically elected president of his nation, leading a peaceful transition to majority rule. Who was this iconic figure who served as South Africa's president from 1994 to 1999? Again, rising from decades of imprisonment, this leader not only dismantled the institutionalized racial segregation known as apartheid, but also became the first democratically elected president of his nation, leading a peaceful transition to majority rule. Who was this iconic figure who served as South Africa's president from 1994 to 1999? Good luck with your answer. Now back to Studio B. Rich.
Thank you, Jerry. Well, I'm seeing smiles from both teams in our set, so I think both of the teams knew this answer. Sim, how about we start with your side of the set first, as we always do, and did you write down this great man, Nelson Mandela, whose legacy continues to shape the fight for equality and justice around the world? You are correct. Miss Brady, did you come up with Nelson Mandela? Mandela, indeed, for 25 points added to your score. Good for you. Here's a quote that he made that I think is worth sharing. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. How appropriate for our game. Congratulations to both teams, 245 to 305. Who's going to come back and challenge Manheim Township for the finale? Well, we're going to find out now, because it's now time for today's final frenzy. This time, 20-point questions. Good luck to all 6 of you, and here we go. Equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. What unratified amendment to the Constitution is this set?
The Equal Rights Amendment.
You are correct for 20 points. The first possible evidence was noted in 1917 of a planet outside our solar system. What is the term for a planet that orbits a star?
Exoplanet.
An exoplanet that outside our solar system that orbits. Yes. Jonas Salk created the first polio vaccine using killed virus. Who created the second vaccine using live virus? Seth again.
Pasteur.
No, not he. Sorry. Lancaster Mennonite. We stumped you on Albert Sabin. Gregor Samsa woke one morning from uneasy dreams and found himself transformed into a gigantic bug. Owen.
Metamorphosis?
Metamorphosis is the Franz Kafka short story. She became queen 6 days after her birth in 1542. At 16, she married the King of France, then Lord Darnley, then the Earl of Bothwell. Natalie.
Mary Queen of Scots.
Mary Queen of Scots was beheaded in 1587. Their recent world tours have included No Filler, 60, and Hackney Diamonds Tour. What is this legendary...
Rolling Stones?
The Rolling Stones is his legendary rock and roll band. In Russia, he is as famous for his short stories as for his plays. Who wrote Ward No. 6 and The Duel, as well as The Seagull and The Cherry Orchard? Sim.
Chekhov.
He's the one. The world's largest single-span suspension bridge connects Brooklyn with Staten Island. What is this New York landmark? Brady.
The Brooklyn Bridge?
Not that bridge. No, sorry. Lancaster Mennonite. We stumped you on the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. The flags of Iraq, Jordan, and Sudan use 4 colors. They symbolize the pan-Arab identity. What are these colors used during the Arab Revolt? Seth?
Green, red, black, and white.
You are correct. Good for you for 20 points. It's been 48 years since the discovery of a famous ancient tomb in northern Greece thought to belong, Seth?
King Tut.
No. Thought to belong to the father of Alexander the Great. Who was the ruler of Macedon, Sim?
Ramses II?
No, sorry, it was Philip II of Macedon, discovered in 1977. Humans cannot drink saline water, but saline water can be made into fresh water. What is this process called, Owen?
Desalination.
You are correct for 20 points. His 3rd term as mayor of New York expired at the end of 2013. He's known for his 24-hour financial news network. Who is this billionaire and philanthropist, Brady?
Bloomberg.
Michael Bloomberg. He cried out twice, a cry that was no more than a breath. The horror, the horror. Who speaks these last words in Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness? Oh, we stumped you on Mr. Kurtz. It lasted from September 1793 to July 1794. And that sound takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game. What a fantastic match. It looks like we are going to see Penn Manor for the finale. But we hope to see you in just a few short moments.
Scorekeeping for WGAL8 Brainbusters, presented by Jennings College Consulting, where students discover the right college fit for the future. We'll return after this. Welcome back to WGAL8 Brainbusters, the Susquehanna Valley's longest-running high school quiz show. Once again, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Wow, that's the game. A huge congratulations to Penn Manor High School. They fought their way through and earned a spot in the Brainbusters Championship round. Now, Lancaster Mennonite, you gave it your all and represented your school with pride. You'll be taking home a well-deserved $1,000 from WGAL8 Brainbusters. But now, the stage is set for the ultimate showdown. We have Manheim Township High School versus Penn Manor High School. Knowledge, strategy, teamwork. Who will rise to the occasion and be crowned the Brainbusters champions? Don't miss our special 1-hour championship finale. It promised to be an unforgettable clash of intellect. So we'll see you next time, and remember, learning is a journey, so keep asking questions. We'll see you at the finals. So long.